Jano Star. Room is a mess, or I should say my office is a mess. Well, the main focus of the attention is this little area right here. So as you can see, still using a Nintendo Wii with my GameCube controllers. But as you know, there's something in this case that everybody's waiting to see get active this weekend. And I guess you know what that is. I mean, for instance, the Mario overall theme look on it, you must know that there is something Nintendo related in that case. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to sort out this space here, revamp this gaming corner, and turn it into something epic. So stay tuned. All right, time for the big boy. Come closer, my children. Let me show you my most prized video gaming possession. It took me 6 years to finally receive this amazing device. Been waiting so long for this. So long. Behold, in the Mario overall printed case. I wonder what this could be. A case within a case. The mystery thickens. The suspense is killing me more than a heart attack. Oh my God. Could it be? Could it be? Could this really be the Nintendo Switch? Oh, Shaban! Yeah, so let me cut out that foolishness now. So yeah, finally got my Nintendo Switch. Right, so yeah, this is the entire Switch console right here. So it's in portable mode. I'll show you how to put it in TV or dock mode. Now this is my case that I got. I got it for like $13 on Amazon. It was a 50% deal. So it has the Mario overall look. For persons who play Mario World, you know that clothes that he wears. The red and the blue with the iconic yellow buttons. Right, so on the inside, this is where you have various compartments. You have the compartment for the Joy-Con grip, where you're going to put the Joy-Con controllers. You have a section to put the power supply, which is USB Type-C. And you also have the section where the dock is positioned. There is also a little strap, a handy strap to carry, but I don't normally use it still. I just use the handle right here. So let me take out the items for a closer look. So as I mentioned before, this is the power brick, and it's the official Nintendo power brick, which is a USB Type-C connector. Other than that, you have the Joy-Con grip. So this is where you slide both Joy-Cons and it will turn into its own controller right there. And last but definitely not the least, we are going to look at the dock itself. So this is the Nintendo Switch official dock. Now the dock has various aspects to it. It has two USB ports right there. So if you want to hook up the controller using wires instead of wireless, these are perfect to use. On the inside, by removing the back cover, you will see there are other connectors there as well. So there is a HDMI port. That's where you plug in the HDMI cable when you're planning to stream it to a television or another external display device. There's another USB port there. You can use it for an extra controller, or if you want to use an Ethernet to USB, if you want to hook up the switch using an Ethernet cable. And this is the USB Type-C AC connector port. That's where you plug in the power brick for power. All right, so I'm going to show you how it's connected now, and then we're going to move on to setting up OBS on the laptop, and that is what we'll be using to stream the content to Twitch or any other platform. All right, so let's go. So as I mentioned, these are the ports that we'll be using. So one port is for the HDMI out. We're going to plug that in here. All right, so that's where you plug the HDMI cable, all snugged, and just put the cable at that slot there. And last but definitely not the least, we're going to plug in the USB Type-C power brick. All right, so let me just put this there and just plug this into the socket here. There you go. So the power and the video display, video and audio display. Close the back, all neat and snug, and just place this at the back. Right? Perfect. Before I place the switch in the dock and show you how it works on a display aspect, I'm going to show you how you can actually use the Joy-Cons in various forms. All right, so as I mentioned before, this is the Joy-Con grip, right? You can actually set this up as an individual controller for your Switch. Other than those, we have two additional what we call Joy-Con straps or Joy-Con wrist straps, right? So what this does, it prevents you by placing it on your wrist like that and securing it. You place each Joy-Con in each of them. So just in case you're playing those physical games, maybe like Switch Boxing or Ring Fit Adventure or Switch Sports, you don't accidentally, maybe throw the Switch into a display screen like a television or somewhat. I don't know if you guys remember back then when the Wii just came out and every TV started dying because everybody's throwing their Wiimotes after it by accident. Yeah, this was the alternative fix to that problem by strapping it to your arm. So if you don't get too overzealous playing the games, yeah, you don't have that accident. All right, but before we do that, let's show you how the Joy-Cons are situated in the Joy-Con grip. So to remove the Joy-Cons from the main console or any other Switch peripheral, you have to press this little black button here. You see that little button right there? You have to compress it, hold on it, then you slide it off. Simple as that. I'm going to do it again with the other one. So you press the little black button and you slide it off. If you don't do that, it will remain affixed to the main console, which is the tablet, right? And if you try to force it off, you may actually damage the tablet. So let me show you what it looks like within the Joy-Con grip itself. So it's the same procedure. There is a rail on the side of the Joy-Con grip on both sides. We'll be sliding it in. So what you're going to do, you're going to align the groove with the rail, just like that, and slide it down. Notice you're seeing the notification lights. It shows that it's connected. You do the same with the other Joy-Con. Align the groove within the rail, just like that, and slide it down. And boom! You got yourself a Switch controller, just like that, out of the box. All right, so I'm going to move on to showing you how to use it on the Joy-Con wrist straps. So it's the same procedure. To remove it from the grip, you hold down on the button, which is the same button there, compress it, slide it out. All right, so that's the Joy-Con grip. Very handy. Now we're going to move on to how to use the wrist straps. So as I mentioned before, to secure it on your arms or on your wrists, you place the cord there, you pull the little button tag, and boom, there you go. It's secured. And then to insert the Joy-Con onto the strap, notice you see a plus there, right? You use it with this icon that's there. Are you seeing the plus? So it shows which Joy-Con is situated or how it should be positioned on the wrist strap. So you just place it in the groove, use a groove, place it on the rail. I think it's this one, right? Place it on the rail and you just slide it up. There you go, it's secured. And it's the same thing that you'll do with this as well. But in the interest of time, I won't necessarily show you again. All right, just show you, just, for fun's sake. So you place it in the groove and notice you see a minus there. So it shows which Joy-Con should go on which wrist strap. You slide it up, boom, they are both secured. And you just place it on your arm like this or your wrist like this. Pull the button up to secure it or to fasten it. And there you go. So just in case you're playing those games like Wii boxing, well, Wii boxing is for Wii, Switch boxing, right? This is how you do it. And if you're overzealous and you accidentally let go of the Joy-Con, it won't go into a television screen and wrecking your expensive LCD or OLED screen. So yeah, that's Nintendo's solution to that problem that was plaguing the Wii back in the day. All right, now to remove the Joy-Con from the Joy-Con wrist straps, there are two security features. Remember before, you'll have to hold on the plus button on the black button to release, but there's another added feature. Notice that you see a little white tab there. Now it's currently locked. For you to unlock it, you will have to lift it like that and then press on the button and slide it off, just like that. Right? If you don't release this tab, it will remain locked and you can actually damage the wrist strap or possibly the controller. Same with this as well. You'll lift the white tab like so, compress on the black button on the Joy-Con and slide it off, just like that. And there you go. So those are the Joy-Con straps and the wrist controller. And the other thing, once the Joy-Con strap is on it, I should have shown you this before. Once the Joy-Con strap is on, you can actually play the game like that. So this is actually one controller and the blue one will be another controller. There are shoulder buttons on the back of it that you can use to press when you're playing the game, and you can just use this like a normal controller. But my hands are too big for this, so I don't use that. I use a generic Pro controller. So I'm moving on from this now onto setting up the switch onto the laptop and then setting up OBS so I'll be able to stream contents from the switch to channels such as Twitch and YouTube. All right, so now that we have gone over the switch accessories, we're going to go to the main feast of the program, setting up your switch so that it will be able to be displayed on maybe a laptop, a projector, a TV, or any other display devices. So this is the main console itself. Some persons call it the tablet. Yeah, it does look like a tablet, right? So here it is. It has volume controls, power button, it has vents. This is where you store your memory card. It has a kickstand in which I don't normally use because I think of it as very flimsy. I mean, just look at it, right? You can place it like this. This is what we call tabletop mode. As I say, I really don't like it. It's very scary using that. So it has another functionality that I appreciate though. If you realize right underneath there, if you're seeing that, let me zoom in a bit. Right, that's the memory card slot right under the kickstand. And the Switch is able to use up to 1 TB memory card, which is very cool. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to set up the Switch controllers and place it within the dock. Alright, so let me power it on. So that's the Switch on. Let me go to the home screen. So as you can see, I've been playing quite a few games since I started. Pokémon Tournament, Jump Force, Scott Pilgrim, Ring Fit Adventure, yeah, cause I'm a gym buff, and Power Rangers, Pokemon, yeah, I'm a nerd, so what? And Dragon Ball Z Fighters. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place the Joy-Cons on each side of the Switch. I want you to hear this. Please listen. Quiet, please. Doesn't that sound satisfying? If you missed it, listen again. Awesome, isn't it? So that's basically how the Switch looks in portable mode. Now for me to put it in dock mode, I'll have to place it within the Switch dock. But before I do so, what I'm going to do is set up OBS. Alright, so bear with me now, guys.
Okay, so this is the OBS platform, the famous platform or open source platform that most streamers use to showcase their content to the open world. Now, what OBS has, it has different functionalities that help you to do your task effectively. Now, the functionalities are classified as panels or what we call tiles. Now, the panels have each panel have a different functionality. The main one that we use is the display panel, which is right here. Now it showcases every video aspect of your stream activity. So it could be an outside video from a webcam. It could be a video feed of a content that is streamed from another device, such as a console, or it could be even a scene like a video snippet from outside that you have uploaded. Now, other than the display panel here, in which all those are shown, you have the scenes panel. Now, the scenes panel, this is basically where you can use video clips, uploaded video clips from the outside world to showcase along with your streaming activity. Or it could be a GIF, it could be a sticker, you name it. Other than the scene panel, you have the stream information. Now, the thing with OBS, you're able to log into a streaming platform. For example, in my case, Twitch, right? Once I've logged into that platform, anything that I do in regards to the title, or maybe I want to communicate with my audience members, everything can be done through OBS Studio. That it is well oriented that way, or integrated that way into the system rather. Now, as you can see here, the title, it says it's game time. So once I start streaming, this pops up under the user's notification, whoever is following me, right? And I click done to authorize it. So once I click done, there, stream info updated successfully. So that will be shown once I start streaming. Now you have the sources. The sources is basically any audio or video integration that you add to the OBS platform, and all that will be shown on the display panel as well. So for example, you're seeing audio input, and once the audio input is there, it means that any outside sound will be captured and sent through OBS. Right now I'm connected using a headset, and that is the audio input right there. As you can see, the headset is working. You're seeing the audio mixer, right? Which leads to the next panel, which is the audio mixer. So any audio feedback or information is sent through to OBS, and I'm able to turn down the volume, I'm able to raise the volume, and you can have multiple audio devices connected as well by adding the various sources here. right? Next to that, we have the chat panel. Now, as I mentioned before, I am currently connected to Twitch. So once I'm connected there and I'm logged in and I start streaming and persons are watching, they can communicate with me using their Twitch platform and I see all that information here. Likewise, I can communicate with them as well using the stream chat tile on OBS. As you can see, there is a send a message. If I want to send a message while streaming, I can send a message to my entire audience. And we have the scene transition. So as I mentioned before, you can add various scenes. It could be a video snippet, it could be a GIF, you name it. And then you can have transitions between them. It could be fading, or you can select, different versions. It could be just a regular cut and so forth. I can set the duration of the transition as well, which is 300 milliseconds. I'm not sure how much 300 milliseconds is to a minute, to a second, but yeah, who knows? That's why you have Google. All right, last but definitely not the least, you have the controls panel. Now, what the controls panel does is that it enables you to start the connection or recording of any streaming activity that you're doing. So start streaming. This is basically once I'm logged into a Twitch platform or any other platform of your choosing, you're able to start streaming by clicking on the start streaming button. Everything that you do here will be showcased live towards those respectable platforms. Other than that, if I decide not to stream, but hey, I just might want to record a video and then maybe I want to upload it later, then that's what the start recording button for. Once you start recording, you will see a pause icon comes here, so you can actually pause the video and then come back to it, right? So this is basically the gist or the basic synopsis of what OBS Studio has to offer. Now what I'm going to do is show you in real time the various aspects of setting up the OBS Studio, and I'm going to start a small stream as well. So here we go, let's go. Now the first thing we're going to do, we're going to add two video sources, one to capture video content from the console and one to capture a camera content or webcam content, so you are able to see me, the user, so you're not looking at just a black screen. So let's get started. So right here, once you click on the add button under the sources, you're going to look for video capture device. Now here it is right here. Once you click on that, you're going to give it a name, because you can add multiple capture device. Just as how you can add multiple audio input, you can add multiple video as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rename this because my Twitch channel is called Thai Venture. So I'm going to call this Thai Venture as well. All right, Thai Venture 365. Click on OK. Now, you might say, how comes this is showing me and not the video gaming content? Now, by default, once you click on a video capture device, by default, it's going to select integrated camera. And as you can see, integrated camera is the webcam or whatever camera that's built in to the computing or processing system. So in order to change from that, once your video capture card is connected, by the way, you have to ensure that's connected so it will show in the options. You're going to click on the drop down option and you're going to select USB 3.0 capture, right? That is where the video capture card is connected to. And check this out once you click on it. And then you're going to say, wait, I'm still not seeing anything. I'm back to square one. It's black. That's because although it is connected to the console is not on as yet. Hence why you're seeing a black screen. So we will remedy that in the future. Let's click OK. Now, as you can see, you're seeing a red border around the entire thing. This is showing that it's receiving a feed from somewhere. Although it's not on, but it's still pulling information from somewhere through the capture card. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add another video capture source or capture device. So I'm going to click on video capture device, and this time I'm going to call it webcam. Click OK, and I'm back again. Hello world. Right, so I'm back again. So what I'm going to do now is click OK, because this is exactly what I want. And as you can see, you're seeing two sources, one for the console, which is the original one, and one for the video capture. So you can overlay it, right? So these are basically two overlays, or two layers, I should say. All right, so as I mentioned before, the device is turned off. The switch device is turned off, right? And I'm using the dock to display that. This is what the switch will be placed in. Once the switch is turned on and placed within this, then you will see the capture being done with actual video gaming content. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be like those Twitch streamers. I'm going to minimize myself right in the corner there, and I'm going to turn on my switch. Good, it's on. Good. So right now my switch is turned on. I don't know if you can see, but let me show you. Right, you're seeing that the switch is turned on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place it within the dock itself and have a look at this once it's done. So I'm placing it in the dock now as we speak, and it should be on momentarily. There you go. So whatever that is on the switch, it is now showing or displaying on OBS. And as you can see, I am right here as a streamer. This is basically how streamers get their content out there. So the next thing what I'm going to do, I am going to click on start streaming, because as I said, my OBS is currently linked to my Twitch platform. So once I click on start streaming, as you can see, it has changed to blue. That showcase that it's streaming. And I'm also going to click on start recording. There you go. And remember I said a pause button will appear once you're recording. That's the pause button. So you can pause during midstream as well. So as we speak, we are currently live out there. So if I want to communicate with persons who are watching, I don't think anybody is watching 8 o'clock in the morning, but anyway, here goes. Let me put, hey guys. Who knows? Someone might be online. There you go. So as you can see, type Venture 365. So I just sent a message out there, and everybody who is streaming on the Twitch platform or who is watching on the Twitch platform will be seeing me sending a message out there telling them, hey guys, now the game is on. And what I want to do is just to do a brief startup of the game. I think I'm going to play Dragon Ball Fighters. What y'all say, right? So I'm going to maximize this for my viewing. Since everything is up and running, I'm going to maximize this for my viewing. So what I do is right click on the display panel and select full screen projector preview, and then click on the display, which is display 1366 by 768. That's basically the resolution. And there you go. That is what it looks like for my viewing. And as you can see, I'm in the corner right down here, and the main display for the console is right behind. Alright, so here we go. So I can basically select the games that I've played, but the ones that is inside now that I'm currently playing is Dragon Ball Fighters, or what some persons call Dragon Ball Fighters E. That's funny. Thai Venture. So we'll just wait for this to load.
Let's sit back and just enjoy this moment. Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Awesome.
Select your fighter!
Where the freezer?
Frieza!
What go on, bro? Yo, Kid Boo, what you say?
Kid Buu!
Alright.
Select your fighter! Beerus!
始めようか。依頼があれば始末してやる。
Select stage!
Where is Wasteland? World Tournament Arena? Alright. Oh, Wasteland.
Wasteland! The battle's about to start! Good luck!
I'll need it. Alright, I'm new at this game, so just take it easy on me, alright guys?
Masaka. ビルス様と戦うことになるとは。さて、君ずいぶん腕を上げたね。
Get ready! Fight it out!
Come on, man! Come on! Finish him, Frieza! Why does it always have to miss? Come on! Ah! Alright. Come on. Yeah. One down, one to go.
僕一人いれば十分だったよ。まだやだろ。やる気なくなっちゃった。
What you mean? Yeah. Alright, so that's basically completed my test phase of my setup and streaming platform. To recap what we went through, the resources you might need definitely is a console itself, whether it could be Sony PlayStation or it could be Xbox or the Nintendo Switch or whatever gaming device. A video capture card which will be connected to that video gaming device through an HDMI cable, and then it will stream to your laptop through a USB 3.2 cable to your main computing or processing device. Once that is done, the software of choice which I use is OBS Studio. It's free, so it's available to everyone. And the streaming platform. So my streaming platform is Twitch. Other persons use YouTube. Some persons use Facebook video game streaming. But Twitch is where it's at for me at the moment. And a controller definitely doesn't have to be an expensive controller. Just ensure that it's connected to the system properly and your games for sure. So thanks again for your time. I really appreciate the time you took to, follow me on this journey. And I will see you soon on future streaming events. If you need to reach any of my channels, you may look out for Venture 365 on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, or Twitch, or even Facebook. So 5 platforms. And I do believe that every day of the year you should live it as if it's an adventure. So thanks for journeying with me. Until we meet again, stay safe. Peace out, y'all.